Start with some breaking news tonight in Little Rock regarding the future of the Little Rock School District. The State Board of Education adjourned today's meeting after receiving some emotional comments from the public. Tonight, we're no closer to figuring out where control of LRSD stands. Thanks for joining us at 6. It's been a very busy day. I'm Bob Clausen.
And I'm Ashley Ketz. Elsewhere in Little Rock, uproar and protests on the streets from teachers on strike.
This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
It is the first teacher strike in Arkansas since 1987, and though it's only been billed as a one-day event, the Little Rock Education Association hasn't explicitly said whether they expect the strikes to continue tomorrow or pick up again in the future.
And we do have team coverage to bring you tonight on all things LRSD. Stephanie Sharp has been at the State Board of Education meeting all afternoon long. That just ended, as mentioned moments ago.
And Rochelle Turner has been covering the protests since early this morning. We'll head to her in a bit, but let's start with Stephanie. Can you bring us up to speed on exactly what happened in the meeting today?
Bob and Ashley, well, the meeting has been adjourned here and it will be taken back up tomorrow morning. Board members, they heard public comment and then they went to take vote on different items on the agenda. One of the items was to add 2 more positions to the Community Advisory Board for the Little Rock School District. The other was to add a makeup of Personnel Policy Committee. That was a new action item that was put on the agenda today. It wasn't on the original agenda. A Personnel Policy Committee is a representation for school district staff. Before the board could make decisions on, the crowd started to chant "no taxation without representation," causing board members here to go into a brief recess. After that, they came out and they decided to postpone the meeting until tomorrow morning. That meeting will start at 9 a.m. So here at the board meeting, there was no vote given or no vote taken by state board members. They decided that they're going to do that again tomorrow morning after the people in the crowd started chanting the "no taxation without representation." So we'll be back here again tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. where they are expected to vote on those 2 different items. Reporting live from the Department of Education, I'm Stephanie Sharp. Back to you.
All right, Stephanie, thanks very much. We also caught up with leaders on both sides of the battle over local control before the meeting today. The LREA is calling for immediate control to be given back to LRSD, but the superintendent says not so fast.
If you just turn it back over super rapidly and don't maintain some form of support, it's easy to have a district fall back into DNF categories.
And you'll recall the state took over LRSD in 2015 after years of failing test scores. And fears of something similar happening again is leaving the district asking for this smooth transition to local control. As mentioned, the picket lines, protests, and chants were commonplace throughout Little Rock today, possibly, though, the most prevalent outside Central High. Substitute teachers showed up this morning to fill in for the teachers who weren't there, blocked by protesters. As you see, the subs were met with "hold the line" chants and an unwavering line of signs blocking them from trying to do their jobs.
Well, protests started at schools, but then they went right to the source, the State Board of Education. Hundreds stood outside wanting board members to hear their chants. They were there, they marched, and stepped to the state capitol from there. They're calling on the governor to take notice and meet their demands.
We're going to stand on the right side of history, even if those who are elected or appointed can't find their moral conscience and direction to know that this is a wrong decision, that this is a decision that has destroyed systematically through racism, oppression, the public education system in this city.
Several speakers took the podium, including teachers and lawmakers. Each vowed to continue this fight beyond today.
And sticking with strikes, our Rochelle Turner has been out on the streets since early this morning covering the protests.
Rochelle's live from Gibbs Magnet Elementary. Rochelle, can you describe some of the things that you saw out there today? You were there all day long.
That's right, Bob and Ashley. Good afternoon to you. Something that was very noticeable is the amount of support. We saw everyone from teachers and supporters and students and so many people. But after hearing that meeting was adjourned today, that's certainly that so many people did not want to hear. And I can guarantee you that they're going to continue to fight until they get what they want.
Now! What do we want? One district! What do we want it now?
It's now or never for the Little Rock School District.
LREA, every student, every day.
parents, educators, and supporters on the picket line Thursday morning outside of Gibbs Magnet Elementary School in Little Rock.
What do we want?
Students like Elizabeth Atkins is taking a stand instead of going to class.
I support my teachers and I want them to get what they deserve.
In October, the Board of Education put the district on a plan to return to local control with limited authority. It would also establish a 9-member school board.
It's not a real plan. I want them to know that an indefinite local control and some indefinite future is not acceptable.
LREA President Teresa Knapp Gordon made stops at several schools.
I really hope that they will hear us today and they will know that we're not going away.
She says the state hasn't improved anything since they took over in 2015.
They've been telling us what to teach, how to teach it, and when to teach it for 4.5 years.
The Board of Education will hold a meeting this afternoon to discuss the fate of the district.
No matter what they do to our teachers, we can always come back stronger.
LREA President says they plan to do whatever it takes.
All options are on the table.
And I did ask LREA President today what's going to happen if they didn't get what they wanted this afternoon in the meeting, and we saw today that they did adjourn that meeting, and she did mention that all options are on the table. So now the big question is what's going to happen tomorrow? Our teachers, parents, and students are they going to be back out here tomorrow morning? Well, we're going to have to wait to see what's going to happen. We'll be sure to keep you updated as we learn more about this developing story. Be sure to stick with us. We'll have much more coming up tonight on KRK News at 10. For now, reporting live in Little Rock, I'm Rochelle Turner. Back to you.
All right, Rochelle, thanks very much. To give you kind of an idea, a big picture of what was undertaken today, Little Rock School District tells us about 725 staff members didn't show up for work today because of the strike. That makes up about 23%, or 1 out of every 4 employees in the district. The numbers are even larger on the student side of things. LRSD telling us more than 13,000 elementary, middle school, and high school students were in class today. That's more than half of the, not in class rather, that's more than half the students in the district. Many of them instead ended up on picket lines with parents. Meanwhile, Governor Asa Hutchinson tweeting out some support for teachers who were in class today. He tweeted this: "So proud and appreciative of all the teachers and staff in the Little Rock School District who were in the classroom today teaching and serving the students. A vast majority of teachers put the students first. Thank you."
And it wasn't just teachers on the picket lines today. Parents, students were out there too, making their voices heard. We caught up with one father of 3, Ryan Davis. All of his daughters attend Little Rock schools. He says it was important for him to come out and show his support to help preserve their future.
I was going to say I'm invested in the community, but I think it's probably more apt for me to say that this community invested in me, and so I owe it to the community to come out here and support the teachers, the likes of whom made me who I am.
Davis also grew up in Little Rock and attended Gibbs Elementary School, the same school his daughters are currently attending. Be sure to follow our coverage both here on the air and online. If you'd like to read and hear more from leaders about the district's future, we have multiple reports for you on our website, krk.com.